Thank you for picking up an art kit with me. I'm Ivy and I'm really excited to guide you through your piece today. This is going to be a ton of fun and I hope that you can relax and enjoy this moment with me. You can paint your piece any way you want, or you can follow and do exactly what I'm doing. Everything that we use is meant for outdoor use. The wood we use is called MDO and it's a marine grade wood. Then we paint with 2 to 3 coats of exterior grade paint and then finally seal with an all-weather sealer. So your sign is going to hold up for many, many years to come and still stay as bright and beautiful as it is today. So make sure you find a spot where you can make a mess and also allot yourself at least 2 to 3 hours to get this done. It does take some time and you want to relax and enjoy the process. Let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to paint our Christmas nativity scene. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's got glitter on it. It sparkles, it shines, and it's very meaningful. I will walk you through every step of the way so that your sign ends up looking as beautiful as this one. This is our Christmas nativity piece, and I love this one. It's very classic. We have the nativity scene, we have the northern star, and then we'll add glitter at the end, and it's gonna be amazing. So the first step is we're gonna start out with our black paint, and we're gonna do all the lines on the nativity. Don't do the stars yet. Those are gonna be painted white. So this is just getting the outline of Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus. And again, we're making a mess, and that is totally okay. You got to embrace the mess here. I promise you, you will not see any of this mess when you are done, but this is a very important step. So you can see that I'm dipping often in my paint and putting a pretty good amount. I'm moving back and forth to make sure I get every single nook and cranny filled with the black paint, because this is what will help it pop when we do the final steps of painting the nativity section white. So we're gonna keep cruising through. Where it's a good idea to lift up your piece a little bit and kind of spin it around so you can see if you missed any spots, so you can go ahead and fill those in. And once you feel like you've got it all covered, you're going to take your rag and wipe your piece down. And again, we're making a mess, and that's okay. Messes are okay when we're doing art. So now we're gonna move on to doing white. So now we're gonna move on to the white paint to do the stars. So I'm gonna fill my cup with the white paint. Your kit will come with it already in the container. I'm gonna take my brush. And with this big star, I use a lot of paint because I really want it to fill in. So, but again, don't let it pool up too much in the edges. But keep your brush moving, get the sides. So pretty much dipping for each part of the star. And we're gonna come back and do this a second time, but right now you just really wanna do the best you can to get it filled in. Actually, I'm gonna switch over to a smaller brush for this section because these stars are a lot tinier. So we're just moving along to each one. See, again, I'm dipping into the paint a lot, keeping my brush moving, and making a mess. So we're gonna come over here. So these stars are really gonna pop when we do the midnight blue paint on it, on the base of the sign. I promise you, you're gonna love this sign. Okay, so now we're gonna lift it up and kind of spin it around and look for any misses. You see a few here. Fill them in. All right, oops. Okay, get our rag and wipe it down. And it's okay if you get it over to where the black is. Everything will be fine. Okay, so now we're gonna let it dry for 5 to 15 minutes and then we'll come back and do the rest. So feel free to pause your video. All right, now it's time to put the second coat of the engraved portion paint. So we're gonna start with the black like we did last time. And we're just cruising through here, not pushing too hard, but dipping often into the paint. Take your time if you want to, go fast if you want to. It's your project, you get to decide. Hopefully you've embraced making a mess by now. All right, then we're gonna wipe it down. All right, now we're gonna do the stars. I'm gonna start with the small stars this time. Oh, I can see that I made a mess. So I'm just gonna take a dry brush and kind of scoop that black paint out. That's the one thing I like about art. There's no mistakes in art. Everything is fixable. So I'm gonna start with these stars. Move my paint through. This sign came about because a customer had asked me to make it, and I thought it was such a great idea. I decided to put it on my website, and it is in many, many front yards now, and you're gonna love it in yours. It's classic, it's beautiful, it's Christmas. Finish up these stars and then we'll switch brushes to do the large star, just so that we get good coverage on it. So see, my mistake is gone. All right, now my larger brush for the star, big star, just moving it through. Fair amount of paint just so you get good coverage. So make sure you're not getting all pulled up there. All right, take your cloth. I'm just gonna fold this over so I have a clean spot and wipe it down. So our next step is gonna be really fun. We're gonna start painting the silhouettes of Joseph and Mary and Jesus. But in the meantime, take a break. We're gonna let it dry and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, now we get to put some color on. I like to put my sign on a board just so it's elevated a little bit, but you can do it straight on your table, that's fine. We're gonna use the foam brush, and I'm using midnight blue on this one, but if you chose a different color, I know it's gonna be beautiful no matter what you chose. So the first step is to do the sides. So we're gonna end up in total doing 2 coats of paint on the side. So I'm getting quite a bit of paint on here, and I'm going all the way around, dipping often, because it kind of sucks it up. And you want to have good coverage on these sides. So just moving my way along. It's a really pretty deep blue. Just gonna spin it around. All right, so now we're gonna work our way through the sign. So pick an area to start. I think I'm just gonna kind of break it in half. So I'm gonna start up here, and I'm holding my foam brush at an angle, and I'm fairly lightly adding the paint on. But I really do wanna get it to go on thick, because it'll lessen the amount of times you have to do this step, which should probably take 3 coats to do. So I'll walk you through it this time, and then the next 2 you can do on your own. But see how if I keep it at an angle, it doesn't go into the engraved lines. So then we keep our star intact. But if you do get some in there, it's okay. We'll touch that up at the end. It's very easy to do. So I'm just working my way through the sign. Uh-oh, see, it got a little in there. Oh, got a lot in there. No big deal. I will say, if you do that, let's grab a brush and try and scoop some of that out, just so that it doesn't take forever to dry. There you go. So just kind of follow the outline. All the mess that we made earlier is getting covered up. So just kind of drag it along. Turn it around. Oh, actually, I'm going to get in here first. It's very satisfying. I've been painting signs for 17 years now, and I still really enjoy it. I still find it very relaxing. I'm one of the lucky ones where I have a job that I love. Doing a better job with this star than that other one. All right, I'm gonna spin it around. So you have the option after we get the blue on, after we get the 3 coats of blue on, if you want to add glitter or not. And I know there's some of you out there who think would say no way to the glitter. Wait till you see it before you decide, because it really levels this sign up, and especially because it's going to be in your yard, and if you put a spotlight on it, the glitter just shimmers and shines and draws attention to it. It's just beautiful. So we won't be glittering the nativity portion, just this blue portion. So it's like a starry sky. So this is our exterior paint. It's semi-gloss, so it's gonna be nice and shiny and bright, and will last a very long time. Okay, so now we have our first coat done together. We're gonna let this dry, and then you can add 2 more coats on your own. And then we'll come back together and we're gonna add the glitter. I swear you're gonna love it. And I'll see you in a minute. All right, now we get to add glitter to this beautiful sign. We start with our sealer, which is our glue. I'm gonna put my glove on my non-dominant hand. So you're gonna take your foam brush, and we're gonna pick a section at a time. So I'm going to add sealer right here. I'm only putting it on the blue areas, because later we're gonna come back in and paint the nativity. So I think that's as far as I'm gonna go right now, and I'm gonna start sprinkling my glitter. And you're gonna really put it on thick. So probably you shouldn't do this in your living room. And then I just shake off what I'm not using. I'm gonna work on the inside here next. So just moving the sealer through. So wherever you put the sealer is where it's gonna stick. All right, let's do some glitter. Oop, I see a spot I missed. Okay, pat it down. I'm gonna start over here. If you want to do the side, you're more than welcome. I don't usually, but it's your sign. You can do whatever you want. I like to add the glitter into the star, just this big star. I don't do it on the others. All right, just cruising along. So we're going to let this dry for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back and seal over the glitter so it doesn't come off. And then we'll come back and paint the nativity scene. We're going to paint it a nice creamy white. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna sweep off the extra glitter, and then we're gonna seal it so that the sign is not leaking glitter everywhere. So you may wanna do this outside so you don't get glitter all over your house. But you can see it really stays on there. You don't have to worry about it all coming off. So now we're gonna take our sealer and I kind of go around the outsides first just to kind of seal the edges. And then you're just gonna seal just where the glitter is, where the blue is, so that our next step can happen of putting the cream on the nativity scene. So to put the sealer on, you want to get your brush pretty wet, but not dripping, and you're just kind of gliding it along the sign. So it'll be kind of bumpy because obviously the glitter is coarse. But it's a pretty easy process, just kind of going over it. I'm just gonna dab in here a little bit. I don't love putting sealer on white paint because it kind of turns it yellow a little bit, but I just do want to make sure that that glitter doesn't fall off, like maybe in the rain or whatever. So this sealer will keep it on there during all sorts of weather. Just gonna get this bottom part. Let's do a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna put this back in the dryer for 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and start the nativity scene. Okay, it's time to paint the nativity. I'm choosing to do it in the cream, but before we start this, you may wanna give it a little sweep to your sign and get all the extra glitter off the nativity. And go ahead and grab your foam brush and we'll get started. So remember, we're gonna get a good amount of paint, but if you need to brush it off on the side so that you're not dripping, that would be helpful because you don't want it going in between your engraved lines if you can help it. So I'm just holding my brush at an angle and dragging it through. And if you notice some of the glitter, you can scrape it off. This is where you're going to really see this sign really shine. It's really a beautiful sign. This is going to take a little bit, so if you want to just sit back and listen to the music while I finish this up. Okay, we're just about done with this. You're gonna let this dry for 5 to 10 minutes, then come back and do another coat. You may need to do a third, just kind of see how well your coverage is, and you make that choice, the decision on your own. So you can pause your video and turn it back on when you're done, and I'll then show you how to seal and get it ready for display. Now that your Christmas nativity scene is just about done, you can start painting the back with 2 coats of black paint. Once that is dry, you can come back to the front of the sign with your sealer and seal in the nativity portion, since we already sealed the blue section earlier when we sealed the glitter on. So this will be real quick and easy, just to add a little extra shine to your nativity scene. And you can also seal the back of the sign once this is dry too. Okay, your Christmas nativity scene is done and ready to go in your front yard. I highly suggest putting a spotlight on it so it'll shine. At purchase time, you got to select if you wanted it to hang or to have a stake. And now we're going to show you how to install them. So now your sign is ready to put in the yard, if this is the option that you chose at purchase time. So we provide the hardware and stake for you to attach to your sign. It's very simple. Just put the bolts through the holes, attach the stake, and then screw on the nuts. And there you go. And now you're ready to hang your sign. We have provided the sawtooth hanger and tiny screws for you to attach. The holes will be pre-drilled, so it's very easy to install. And once you have it, you can hang it up on your wall and display it. Thank you so much for buying one of our paint kits. I really appreciate you taking a chance on us, and I hope you had a great time. I've included a coupon code in your paint kit, and I hope that you use it to return to us. As a small business owner, we always appreciate our repeat business, and we love to hear any feedback that you have. And any good experiences you had, can you please post that on your social media and tag us at Ivy's Wood Creations? I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again so much, and I look forward to seeing your art project online.